And he asks by saying, what will happen if Riya develops during my salah and I ward it off, and at the end my intention was for Allah? First of all, Riya is something that is considered to be a form of minor shirk, minor associating others with Allah. It's not major. It doesn't nullify a person's Islam. And a lot of us may translate it into showing off. So Brother Muhammad is asking, what's the ruling if a person comes and he begins his prayer and all of a sudden he gets these feelings of showing off? So I'm praying and somebody's looking, and all of a sudden I try to beautify my prayer so that people would think well of me, maybe beautify my recitation, maybe prolong my prayer longer than usual so that people would comment and praise me for that. So what's the ruling on that? First of all, scholars say that deeds vary. There are deeds that are connected, the beginning with the end. So if the beginning was not good, then the end will not be good, and vice versa. Such as prayer. If you begin your prayer without wudu, even if you continue the whole prayer, the whole thing is gone. If you begin the prayer with wudu, and just before salam, you nullify your wudu, your prayer is gone, because it's all connected together. And there are deeds that are not connected. The beginning is not connected to the end, such as charity, for example. So if a person gives 50 riyals and then another 50 riyals, they are not connected. They're different and separate. And scholars say if it's separate, then whatever has showing off in it is not accepted. And the part that did not have show off in it is accepted. For example, I have 100 riyals. This Sheikh ibn Uthaymeen says, he always gives this example, may Allah have mercy on his soul. So if I give 50 riyals for the sake of Allah to the poor, and my intention was for the sake of Allah, Allah accepts this. But if I add another 50, just because someone commented positively or is looking at me, so I wanted to show off, then this 50 riyals, the second one, is not valid, and the first one is accepted. When it comes to prayer, it's a different issue altogether. If I begin the prayer from the very beginning with the intention of showing off, the whole prayer is invalid. So for example, I'm sitting idle, all of a sudden the boss of the company comes in and he looks at those around, so I stand up and I start to pray just to impress him. So my whole prayer is invalid and I'm sinful for that. But what is the ruling if this feeling of showing off came to me while I was praying, not from the very beginning? It's an issue of dispute. And because it's an issue of dispute, then inshallah, if you ward it off as you have said, and then at the end of your prayer, the intention was purely for Allah Azza wa Jal, your prayer is valid. The issue is not when it crosses your mind and you contemplate upon it and you fight it off. The issue is when you are happy with it and you go along with it. In this case, this affects your prayer. So if it goes all the way to the end while you are happy with it and continuing with it, scholars differ. Some say that the beginning is okay, but the end is not. Some say the whole prayer is invalid. And because there is this difference of opinion among scholars, we say, inshallah, Allah accepts that which was pure and rejects which was not.